What's going on, guys? It's Mike for Race Department, and I am joined today for a special interview with the team from Original Fire Games. Very excited to have you folks here. Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so
Hi,
much for
Mike.
having us, Mike.
Yep, happy to
Yeah,
be here.
it's great. So, can we start off with some introductions? Can you tell the folks at home your name and what your roles are at Original Fire?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to
Yes.
start, Charlie?
You start, Pero.
Okay. Well, my name is Carolina Mastretta. I think we should probably explain that we're siblings.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm Carol. I am one of the founders and producer at Original Fire Games. It's hard to put like a single role next to our names because obviously being a six-person team, everyone does a bunch of different things. Um, but my role for the most part is to build our team, to keep ourselves working effectively and get along and have the right conversations. um, yeah, that's me.
Cool.
What about you, Charlie?
Hello, my name is Carlos. I work mostly on the art of the game, but also spend time and try to contribute as much as possible to game design. And I'm Alberto. I'm the creative director. And yeah, as Carolina said, we have a bunch of like parts in the project that we contribute to. I contribute in code and art in various ways. So physics are sort of like the gameplay aspects of the game. I try to contribute as much as I can, and generally do on art wise. I develop art pipelines and try and get things moving smoothly.
Fantastic. Well, it's nice to meet all of you, and I guess we'll start off with a huge congratulations. Circuit Superstars is out there. I'm, being a smaller team, I'm sure it was just around the clock work for a very long time, and what an amazing feeling it must be to have the game out there. And the critical reception has been so positive. And can you tell us just a little bit about what you're feeling at this moment with all your hard work paying off?
Yeah, we're thrilled that the game is being well received, especially by the motorsport community and the racing simulator community as well. We've been involved all our lives by being either participants or spectators of real world motorsport and gamers that enjoy racing games and other types of games. So, yeah, to see a positive reception with our audience has been great, and definitely we we felt strongly that we could get that reception, given that we know the topics, and this is the reason why we decided to do a racing game. Is the way we thought we could contribute the most to people's lives through entertainment. So to see that premise be successful is massively rewarding. Yeah.
Hmm. I think I would say that resonate with Alberto's feeling of it feeling very rewarding. I think what's been most rewarding is hearing like the people who we made the game for like it, or love it, and that is was extremely important to us, because again I think the inception of this game came from a desire to contribute back to that community that my brothers grew up playing Ginny Rally, we grew up playing Mario Kart, and um, just so many other racing games. Wave Race came to my mind yesterday, and just how much that was another inspiration. And so, yeah, to like have poured so much effort and seeing being it being received well by the people that we made it for, feels incredible. I would say that I am also feeling a lot of longing and excitement for building what comes next. Like we definitely want to complete the holistic feature set of a racing game. And what we're hearing from people that love the game is the same longing for those systems. So we're excited to keep working.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. And for those who might not have tried Circuit Superstars yet, or people looking for more information, can you tell us a bit more about the game? What's involved? What features it has, and just a little bit more about the game broadly?
Sure. Just as an introduction, Circuit Superstars is a physics-based
top-down racing game where players compete in a wide variety of car classes that cover the world of motor racing throughout different eras. And in essence, what we try to do is, what the game tries to do is capture the essential elements, well, the most exciting elements of racing, and put them in an accessible format that can be enjoyed by players of all skills. The handling of the cars is responsive and forgiving, and this is what in turn allows the player to quickly turn their focus to what we feel are the really fascinating aspects of the sport, like putting together a good qualifying lap, becoming a consistent driver, managing your tire wear, uh, being good in battles, or coming up with a clever pit stop strategy in order to fight for the win.
And this seems like a perfect fit for PlayStation 5, but there hasn't been an official announcement yet. Is there a plan to bring it to PS5 at some point in the future?
Absolutely, like four and five. However, we are not. We haven't announced a release date. We've been working on it, and we'll continue to do so. We don't have a release date yet, but rest assured, it's coming. So many people ask about it. We're very excited to have it on that platform.
Excellent. We'll be
Yeah,
excited to see that when it happens. And
yeah.
just talking about sort of the creation of the game, and I think
Mhm.
a lot of people would be surprised. You mentioned physics. I think a lot of people would be surprised at how sort of not complex necessarily, but how attention detailed the driving experience is in Circuit Superstars. Was that like born of a love of motorsport, or what sort of prompted you to make more than just your typical, just bounce off the walls fun racing game? Sort of, where did that sort of attention to detail in motorsport come from?
Yeah, from both real world racing and sim racing, being exposed to that throughout our lives, we just came to enjoy it and love it so much. But at the same time, we also played just pure games that are meant to be games for the fun. We've enjoyed those two sort of branches of entertainment. So we thought we could build something that would uh, evoke the um, emotional landscape of motorsport without needing to go all the way to realism. But we had to put enough of it that to get to that point where you start to feel like you're actually driving a race car and you're posting lap times and you're trying to find the limits. So once we got to that point where we were feeling that ourselves, and we knew that there was enough realism to start to add all the other elements of motorsport that make it exciting. So elements that would um, yeah trigger that need for racecraft and that need to like tuck yourself in behind other cars to find your when you can do an overtake and stuff like that, and strategy, so on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's been like a mixed bag of experiences for us, especially around cars and games. Uh, we started playing games in the like when we were very little in the early 90s, and
80s.
we played
The
everything.
80s. Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. For me, in the
yeah.
80s, we played everything, but racing games became one of our fascinations early on. For like the casual ones like F-Zero and Mario Kart, but also the more serious ones, especially the simulations when they started making the rounds back in the 90s, the Papyrus games and the Geoff Crammond games. And so eventually the three of us developed an interest in game development, and we started to think about building something together. And we knew it made sense to start with a racing game because we had plenty of ideas, and we felt there was space for a well-detailed, physics-based, top-down racing game that hadn't been done properly in years, and a game that would give you the same sort of sensation and focus that you feel in RC racing. And also, this approach would allow us to avoid the ultra developed area of realistic games, which is very wise for our industry.
Saturated market. Yeah.
Um, so we went for the top-down perspective, but also for this very purist approach, where the player has as much real agency as possible. So it all depends on your skill and your development as a driver. And as we were saying before, efforts like qualifying, becoming consistent, developing good racecraft, these are crucial aspects in racing, and these are the aspects that we want to highlight here, while avoiding mechanics such as speed boosts, power ups, and such.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's true. We did put a lot of effort into trying to give players as much depth as we could without making the game more complex. So one area where we think we've contributed to the racing genre in a good way is the pit stops, and they're influenced a lot by Gene Rally. Um, but it's this idea that you can do a lot by just driving the car. So you can determine your whole pit strategy by throttle and steering. You just need to pit and leave the pit whenever you deem necessary. And yeah, we find that without needing to add more inputs or more interfaces to bring up and change stuff, it still it offers a lot of depth. And we try to implement that same philosophy of how can we increase depth without increasing complexity everywhere we could find. And we will still continue to develop the game like that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic, and obviously you've had success at that because the again, as I said earlier, the reception of the game has just been so overwhelmingly positive, and even some bigger names from the world of not just sim racing but motorsport have attached their names to it, and what an amazing thing. Can you tell the folks like how some of these names sort of came into the fold, how they started to become associated with Circuit Superstars?
Yeah. So this is with regards to the Top Gear Invitational. Yeah, it has a ridiculous name. What is it? Top Gear's Circuit Superstars Star in the Reasonably Fast Car Invitational 2021. It's so funny. It's just very much on brand.
It's a very
Um,
tough unit.
yeah, so that was honestly a fantastic effort on the part of Square Enix Collective, alongside with Navigate Partners, who do our PR, specifically Naomi Panther. And yeah, this was envisioned a while ago, very early on, since we started our partnership with Square Enix. So it took a while to get it all sorted. And we were can't imagine what our faces looked like when they told us that Lando Norris had signed up for it. The rest of his quadrant teammates. It was extremely exciting. And what was I gonna say? They've I think that the most rewarding part of it all has been the fact that they actually like the game, because I mean, obviously we love the game and we make it, and we hope we make it with the standard of we should be proud to put this on anyone's hands. But obviously, like when you have heroes like Roman Grosjean become like just regular players of the game, that feels absolutely fantastic. So I think this is the success of that campaign. Will continue to show itself in different places. Like on, I think a Saturday morning, I woke up to seeing Romain Grosjean playing the game on Instagram, and that I don't know if that would have happened organically if it had been not through the Top Gear campaign. So yeah, it's been a fantastic feeling.
Mhm.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
All right. So, final question, and maybe we can hear from each of you on this.
of course.
Can you tell everyone at home, all the Race Department readers and viewers, a little bit more about what the future holds? I guess not only for Circuit Superstars, but for Original Fire as a company. What are you folks looking forward to in the future? What sort of projects are you undertaking, or features are you going to be adding to Circuit Superstars that you can talk about at this time?
Yeah.
Sure.
Um,
So Circuit Superstars releasing on PC and Xbox is a massive step for us. It's our first game, and we're extremely happy that we were able to get to this point because, yeah, not all endeavors can that begin a game can release one. So the fact that we're here is just like, yeah, something that we're very proud of. To top that with the positive reception, um, yeah, has been a thrill. So we're just continue to be motivated to build on the game that we've imagined as a complete package of a racing game that naturally um, there's been forming a community around it of players that want to play together. They want to organize tournaments. They want to, yeah, they just want to take the game more on their own hands. And we want to support that. So anything that contributes to players competing and enjoying the game together, we wanna help them achieve that.
mhm.
So, yeah, we're thinking of ways of how we can enhance that part of the experience, how we can give them better tools, um, and we also haven't been able to depict uh, all the areas of motorsport that we're fascinated by. So there's different categories that we want to depict, um, and different styles of racing as well. So yeah, we're excited to build more content and more features.
Yeah. And as for Original Fire, like the game, the studio was kind of born out of the desire to make Circuit Superstars, and we've, as a result of that, we've formed a fantastic team and built some fantastic technology. So beyond Circuit Superstars, I think we'll definitely continue to make games that have motorsport wheels or racing at its core somehow. But we also love just all sorts of other games. So we'll see where creativity goes next time. Yeah.
Yeah, likewise. Like very much looking forward to continue to work on Circuit Superstars, make it the best game that it could be, continue to improve it and expand it,
Hmm.
and very much. I mean, this is um, a fantastic creative endeavor. So we love our craft, and I'm very excited to work on future projects and start to think about new ideas and eventually develop them.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you all so much for your time. It was
Thank you,
great
Mike.
talking to you.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah.
I can see the passion for motorsport just bleeds out of each of you, and it's so great to see. It's so great to see. And again, congratulations. I mean, that passion has led to a truly fantastic racing title that I'm sure
Thank you
everyone
so
will
much.
enjoy. So all the
Thank you
best
very
to
much,
you,
Mike.
and thank you so much for taking the time with Race Department today.
And
Thank you
thank you,
so much,
Mike.
Mike.
Thank you, Race
Thank you. It was
Department.
Goodbye,
great to be here.
everyone.